Good evening, folks. It is so late. It's so late right now. I need to pull up chat on screen. Hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you're okay. Let me fix this. Is this right? That's not right. Is this right? That's not right either. One of these. I'm gonna get there. It's gonna be awesome. Not this one. Not that one. That's a whole wrong thing. Hello everybody. We're watching the debate tonight. It's it's the GOP debate. So they're all gonna be trying to out-racist each other, which is gonna be pretty awesome. It's gonna be fun to watch. Now I'm a bit confused about this. Ah, there it is. Okay, finally. And then we do this. And skadoosh. Skadoosh, okay. No faults ever. No, this is going great. I am so tired though. If I do fall asleep, I just drank a bit of a coffee, so that should fix me. But I am very tired. But I think I'm gonna come back from that as we go on. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. They're sending in a Democrat, a demon rat, I believe, to I don't know. It seems like I read something about Joe Biden sending someone to the debate. Wait a minute. Wait, let me see which one it was. I need to find this. Cause I read about it. Perhaps I'm misremembering. I'm not sure. There was something. We'll see. We'll see. It starts in fucking 8 minutes anyway. But yeah, good evening, folks. It's very late. I said that already. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, and then tomorrow evening, pretty late as well, we have the short, fat otaku debate, which is gonna make me want to kill myself in Minecraft, but it will be good. It will be good to do. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped. Yeah, I'm looking at what they've got on the pre-debate thingy. Oh lord, what's going on here? Uh-oh, back-to-back late nights. Yeah, I'm gonna really fucking sleep in so I don't like die super hard. Woman. Yeah, I'm sorry, trigger warning. Trigger warning, fucking woman. Welcome to the 2024 Republican primary debate. Today we have Adolf Hitler versus Benito Mussolini versus Francisco Franco. Francisco? Wait, how do you say that? Versus Augusto Pinochet versus Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, basically. That's what it feels like. It's like it's like that, or it's just like Hitler 1, brown Hitler, woman Hitler. It just seems to be like a variety of different Hitlers they set up. Hello, Shaggers. Good evening. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Yeah. Forgive me if I seem like slow. It is very late. And I'm gonna be mildly R-worded. But I'm hoping my brain is gonna start working. Is there going to be a gay Hitler there? I'm not sure. You know what? I get mild gay Hitler vibes from Mike Pence. I don't know if that's like real, but some of the things he says and some of the things he does, I don't know if I've seen something where he just seems really gay. I can't remember what it was, but there was like, I don't know, maybe he like looked at somebody once some way and my brain was like, oh, he's queer. But I don't know, I've got a really good gaydar. He's saying that it's a choice, but I don't know, it could be repressor talk. Look at him. I mean, he seems like a repressed, angry, gay man. You thought Mike Pence was gay for the longest time? Exactly! See? It's like, it's a very understandable belief. It's, yeah. I wonder when he's gonna drop that, you know? I think he was probably like hoping the conservatives are going to become accepting enough to the point where it can become like an advantage for him to be a minority, but I don't think they would accept someone like him. I'm glad the ethno-nationalist movement is so ethnically diverse. Yeah, it's great. Ramaswamy's whole campaign feels like a J-Reg bit. It's insane. It's like wild how like beyond parody they are, you know? Like they're like it's like they've fully committed to the bit of being like the worst, horrible, like most terrible people like ever possible. It's insane. Like the level of commitment that they take there. It's very depressing. Wait, let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they're saying. Maybe there's something good here.
And my home state of Ohio was completely devastated for many years.
Is this racism? Why is she's so quiet? Hold on.
Right now, and they're continuing to just simply let it.
There you are.
And we're losing a lot of lives as a result.
GOP has been infected by wokeness. You know what? It's fucked up, but some of them will look at Vivek with all the shit he says, and they'll probably say that because he looks the way he does.
Fentanyl that has come across the border, so we need more focus on that as well.
Okay.
I think the scale of this.
She's getting angry about fentanyl.
And so tragic, both from.
I'm more worried about whatever they gave her that she. Wait, can I make fun of people's appearances? I probably shouldn't, huh? She'll. I'll be nice. I don't know. Maybe someone in the audience looks exactly like this lady, but I won't make that joke. I won't make that joke. I'll be nice. Let's go. What's up, fucking Jimbo, dude? How you doing? How you doing? What's good? Also, this is for all you chatters. Welcome, chatters. Welcome. There's like nobody here yet. I'm sure people will come in once actually started. And I did like announce this way too fucking late. Swaggerlicious. Fuck yeah. What's up, Fudge? How you doing? Welcome. You've heard a few cons say that DeSantis is woke. Why? Do they think he's like a fucking like special needs hire or something? What are they talking about him being woke for? Come on, what the fuck? Oh shit, fucking 3 minutes, dude. I'm so chuffed. I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited. DeSantis has fallen. It's over. It's Joe Biden Jova. I need to get a sad sound, which isn't just a big sad song. Joe Biden Jova doesn't really have the same kind of, yeah, it doesn't really bring the kind of message across I want to do. Okay, millions must be uncharismatic, yeah. You get the fucking DeSantis virus. He creates an outbreak. He does what he's been accusing China of doing, but it just makes you like him, so he doesn't feel so shitty anymore. Ah, let's go! Wait, I think I can skip ahead. Oh my god, folks. Oh wait, I can't skip ahead. I was so hopeful for a second, I was like, wait. Then I realized it's a live stream. I am a bit high. A little bit. It's very late, okay? I've been hanging out. Come on. Don't blame me. We can tell, suck my dick. Fuck you, okay? Leave me be. Okay, but the Smash announcer face. I can cheat time. I'm like Adam Sandler in that film Click, but I click with my mouse forward on the Rumble page. DeSantis was, yeah, that's right. Newsom's the fucker who's gonna be there. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Newsom's pretty capable, right? I think I've only seen him talk like a couple times, but I got a good impression. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. This should be interesting. I'm really interested to see how their strategy shook up after the fallout of the last debate and how it's going. Also with the way that the polls are going, right? Given that a lot of them ate shit or didn't really get much out of it. And yeah, it's gonna be fun to see. I wonder what DeSantis is gonna do, because he's so embarrassing that everything he does seems to be like the worst thing possible. But he always seems to make it like a new worst thing possible. I don't know. He always like eats shit in like a fancy new innovative kind of way, you know? And I can kind of respect that. Newsom's pretty good at debate. He's just also a ghoul. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I mean they're all pretty ghoulish, right? Well, that's fun. Remember when people thought DeSantis might win? Yeah. It's so sad. I love seeing that fucking statistic, dude. It makes me so happy. Okay. Let's go, dude. It's time. Do you think they'll strike the stream? I'm not sure if that's the thing. I'm gonna turn off that light over there. It's too bright for me. Hold on.
Of California's Simi Valley stands a monument to one of the most beloved leaders in our nation's history, Ronald Reagan.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh wait, yeah, this is hosted at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute. Sorry, trigger warning, Ronald Reagan. Jesus Christ, holy shit, I didn't see that coming, what the fuck? I wish DeSantis won because it would demolish the GOP. I don't think yeah, but everyone available seems to be like they would. I mean, everyone who's getting more than like, I don't know, 12%, you know, or more than like 8% seems like they would probably fuck things up. They're just all incapable and stupid, and they're like fucking up in various different ways. Pac-Man is streaming it, so in theory you should be fine. Yeah, he streamed the other one, and people had told me that I couldn't fucking stream it, and I got so sad when I saw him streaming it, and I missed it. I was so frustrated. It was so annoying. Imagine debating in Wokefornia. You can't say anything. You open your mouth in Wokefornia, you try and say anything, no sound comes out. That's how woke they are. Reagan, racist, homophobic, gives guns to American fundamentalists. He really is an American hero too. He is. What is more American than arming terrible people? Holy shit. Holy shit. In the future, primaries will be done through Twitch channels. It's gonna be awesome. Wait, where did the audio go? Oh, okay. Awesome. Perfect. Conservative audio. Conservative audio. I'm Stuart Varney of Fox Business, and Trump would just run independent, and all the other candidates are unviable candidates anyway. Yeah, no. Nobody's gonna win. That's the funny part, right? Because these are all people just fighting for second place. And that makes it like doubly pathetic, you know? President Reagan famously described America as a shining city. Are they in a museum? This is the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute. I think? No, it's at the Reagan Library. There we are, sorry. So the Reagan Library. That's why it looks strange and probably evil. Why is there a plane? Ronald Reagan did 9/11. I don't know. You tell me. I can't believe she said that in a room of conservatives and didn't get a slur shouted at her. You think they got any Marx in the Reagan Library? I don't know. They probably got some ashes from like Marx books that they burned. I don't know though. Oh my god, he looks so fake. Look at that face. He looks... Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, they all look fake. Am I just high, or do these people look... What the fuck? They look like wax figures that they like loosely rigged to become animatronics. Marx is in the fiction section? Yeah. He looks kind of human. I'll give him the human pass, alright? He looks gay. See? And North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. Hold on, wait. Mike Pence. There we are.
Candidates get 1 minute to answer and 30 seconds to respond if singled out. When their time runs out, we'll all hear this. We have a lot of ground to cover, so please keep it civilized.
You reckon they're gonna play the new Tom McDonald album? All bets are off. After the last song they played, they could play anything. I wouldn't be surprised if they busted out like a 70s ABBA song or something. They just like really threw us for a loop.
Today our nation is drowning in division and incivility. Voters say they dread the 2024 election and find politics exhausting. 2 in 3 Americans think the country is on the wrong track. And 3 in 4 say the economy is not in good shape.
Prices are up 18% since 2020.
Wait, this is my prediction for Vivek's answer, okay?
What are you going to do for me?
85%
And my
of Americans
answer
say their
is
personal
nothing.
finances
He's
are
gonna
a
do
source of
that.
stress.
He's gonna pull it, okay?
Americans want to believe
Watch
a
it.
leader who says,
Watch it. It's gonna be
"You can
great.
follow me. I've got you. Don't worry."
Or maybe he's gonna
President Biden is
develop a
trying
new
to do
strategy
that
and realize
with
that's like the
Bidenomics.
worst thing he could possibly do.
Yesterday, he
But
joined the picket lines where
I'd be
auto
surprised.
workers are demanding more wages and job security.
Trans people did
So to
inflation.
start,
Yeah.
you recently
Yeah, that's what
reacted by
trans people are
praising
responsible. They
Ronald
went to the
Reagan for
banks
firing air traffic controllers
and
in
they
1980s, saying,
they took
"You
the
strike,
slider for the
you're
value of
fired."
money and they
Would
just
you
went
fire thousands of
"Doo!"
striking auto workers today?
Woke
Senator?
caused my divorce. Yeah. Oh, I hate this guy.
We should look back at the first
I just
bill
don't trust
in
him.
Congress under
I
Joe
don't
Biden.
I don't know.
First bill
I think it's about how he
$86
talks.
billion for the union pensions because they continue to overpromise yet underdeliver. One of the challenges that we have in the current negotiations is
Oh,
that
yeah.
they want 4-day
Is that
fixed
hearable,
work
audible,
weeks,
folks?
but more money. They want more benefits, working fewer hours. That is simply not going to stand. I sat in a finance
Oh, yeah.
committee hearing when a widow
Louder?
came before the committee.
Is this not loud
promised
enough? No?
Pensions from the unions.
Should I make it louder, folks?
$4,000 a month. Unfortunately,
What are we
it had been
thinking?
cut to $1,000 a month. We must make sure that we honor the commitments that we make, and one of the ways that we do that, do not overpromise
Oh, that's too loud.
and underdeliver, and leave the taxpayers on the hook. I'll say this: Joe Biden
There
should
we
not be
are.
on the picket line. He should be on the southern
good? I
border.
think that's good,
working
right?
to close our southern border because it is unsafe,
Yeah.
wide open, and insecure. Leading
This
to
guy
the
is
deaths of
Rockefeller Age Union Buster.
70,000
Yeah.
Americans
Of course
in the
Max
last
is- and Max
12
is
months because of
racist?
fentanyl. It
I'm
is
not racist,
devastating.
folks,
Every
okay?
county in America
I hate him 'cause he's
is now
boring.
a border county because fentanyl
The
has
4-day work
devastated
week is to
Americans
normalize the
in every
discussion
single
early as
state.
automation
I will
slowly takes
also say
over.
6 million
Yeah,
illegal
base.
crossings since Joe Biden has taken office, and he eliminated Title 42. The one thing he should do is finish
Wait,
the
I need to
wall,
make sure I actually listen to
reinstate
what he
Title
says.
42, and get the job done.
Well, I can promise
Mr.
you
DeSantis,
that
what
we
is
are
your
going to
opinion
have
on
a lot of
inflation?
questions on the
Pulls
border
out
and
picture
immigration,
of
but in the
Luigi
meantime,
with
we
a
do want to
big
talk
ass.
about diversity and jobs, and especially
Face.
want to talk about this strike for just a moment more. Mr. Ramaswamy, you've said you really empathize with the strikers. You're standing next to Senator Scott, and do you agree
Oh,
with what
he's
he
pretending
said,
to
or
have
do you think
empathy
he's
now.
wrong?
I agree with some of what he said, for sure. I like the spirit of it. I'll say that I don't have a lot of patience for the union bosses. I think that's where he and I actually have a common view. I do have a lot of sympathy for the workers, however. People are going through real hardship in this country. I've been through hardship growing up. My father stared down layoffs at GE under
Everything
Jack Welch's
about the
tenure
things he
at the
says
GE
suggests,
plant
just
in
feels to me
Evendale,
like he's being
Ohio.
like,
My mom
I
had to
am a
work
real
overtime
person.
in nursing homes
I am
in
human.
Southwest Ohio to
I
make
feel
ends meet
pain.
and pay off our
I
home loan.
breathe.
So I
I
understand
eat
that
food.
hardship is not a choice. But victimhood is a choice, and we choose to be victorious in the United States of America. You know what? If I was given advice
You
to
want
those
to send
workers,
workers to labor
I would
camps?
say
Yeah,
go
no
picket
shit.
in front of the White House in Washington, D.C. That's really where the protest needs to be. Disastrous economic policies that have driven up prices, that have
He's trying to
driven
drive
up
an
interest
applause,
rates
but
and
nobody's
mortgage
clapping.
rates. At the same time, wages remaining stagnant. What we need is to deliver economic
Is he gonna
growth
falter?
in this country. Unlock American energy. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear energy. Put people back to work by no longer paying them more money
Drill,
to
frack, burn coal.
itself and rescind a majority of those
I'm sorry, that was too loud.
unconstitutional federal regulations that are hampering
We should do Jan
our
6th
economy.
again,
That
right
is
now?
how we unleash American exceptionalism.
We have to wait
and
a
that's
few
not a
months.
Democratic vision or a Republican vision. That is an American vision that we embrace economic growth, and capitalism is still the best system known to man to lift us up from poverty, and we should not apologize for
Keep
it.
playing the
That's what it
buzzer
means
when
to be an
he
American.
talks. Yeah, I'm gonna. I can just find something better. I'll just start playing DJ Khaled clips if I don't like it.
Ford and Stellantis make 336 times
Wrong.
the number of
Every time.
of rank-and-file workers.
You can tell these are all
That's just
prepackaged
part of a
talking points.
wider income inequality trend in the country. The richest 1% now controls 1/5 of all income. Vice President Pence, last week you said you side with American workers, but you also support how these companies operate. Which is it?
Well, thank you for the question. I want to thank Univision and Fox
see.
Business for assembling such a wonderful forum. Look, I do disagree with something Tim Scott just said. Joe Biden doesn't belong on a picket line. He belongs on the unemployment line.
He's so...
I mean, look, I'm from the
I-
second leading manufacturing state in the country per capita.
You
I
see
was
the
governor of the state of
sass?
Indiana.
You see the sass
We brought
involved here?
12,000 factories back to America during our
You're with
administration.
Oomphies but
I know
have
something
fun,
about
you can't watch?
manufacturing.
That's okay,
And I
Slazak.
gotta
You
tell
take care of
while-
yourself. Have a nice
while
evening.
the union bosses are talking about class
yeah.
warfare and talking
Have
about
fun.
disparity
I
in
saw it.
wages.
It looks like
I
you're gonna
have
have
to
a
tell you,
good time.
I really believe what's driving that is Bidenomics has failed. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. Auto workers and all American workers are feeling
Make the
it. Families are
watch.
struggling in this economy.
Oh,
and
no.
Joe Biden's
No, I don't
Green
wanna
New
subject
Deal
people to
agenda
it. Don't worry.
is good for Beijing and bad for Detroit. We ought to repeal the Green New Deal, get rid of the mandates and subsidies that are driving American gasoline automotive manufacturing into the graveyard.
So
And
basically
beyond
what
that
everyone's
also,
doing is they're just
as
being
President
like,
of the United States, I'll be
what if we
standing
just
with
made
workers all
America
across
worse?
America, and I'll be standing for the right to
In
work
fact, that's
of
it.
every American to join a union
Fuck
or
trees.
not join a union as they decide.
Senator Scott, you were mentioned. You care to respond?
There's no doubt that Joe Biden needs to be fired. That's why I'm running for president. I look forward to being the next president of the United States. I will also say, I
you look
know
forward to
America
it, bro.
can do for anyone what
like
she's
you
done
look
for
forward
me.
to it?
It's why we're focusing on restoring hope, creating opportunities, and protecting the America we all love. Growing up in a single-parent household, I wondered if the American dream would work for a kid in the inner city. I've got good news for every single child, whether you're in the inner cities of Chicago or the rural parts of Iowa. America and the dream, it is alive, it is well, and it is healthy. God bless the United States of America.
Governor Haley, you raise your hand.
I know this guy's name, so everyone comes. This is
Exactly what
Scott.
happened. Biden
Something
showed up
Scott. I
on
can't
that
remember what his
picket
name
line.
was though.
But why are those workers actually
I like
there?
her.
It's because of all of the spending.
I don't know.
that
I
he
think
has
I just
pushed
like
through in the
people who have,
economy
like,
that's raised
my
the
friend's
inflation.
mum
So when you look at
energy.
the fact that we are paying higher gas prices, higher grocery prices,
Tim
$7,000
Scott?
more a
Dude,
year
that's
for
such a
families,
shit
what
name.
we
How are
need
you
to
gonna
do is
become
I
president
came out
with a
an
name like
economic
Tim
plan,
Scott, bro?
Eliminate the gas and diesel tax so that they have more money in their pocket. Let's focus on going after middle
Yeah,
America
give
and
the rich
cutting
people
taxes
more
for middle
money.
America and collapsing those brackets. Let's get rid of unfair
Oh,
distortions.
wait.
like
Oh,
the
you're talking
state
about
and
gas
local
prices
tax
for
that they give to wealthy
average people?
in
I mean,
blue
sure.
states and paid by red states. And let's make sure we make the small business taxes permanent. They only
that
made
makes you
those
feel
temporary. They
Freudian.
made
Very
the corporate
fair.
taxes permanent.
Never
Let's
trust a
focus
motherfucker
on
with
what
two
it takes
first
to get
names.
more
Real.
cash in the pockets of workers.
It's very
That's when we'll
scary.
be able to deal with strikes like this, not sitting on a picket line like Joe Biden is.
Thank you, Governor Haley. We have other questions to get to about economy. Allow me to.
I just have to. I'm sorry.
Allow me to.
Beside me, yeah, right. What the fuck?
We're missing the point,
What the
and every
fuck?
other network is missing the point.
Dude,
the reason why
what about
people
me?
are
Yeah.
striking in Detroit is because Joe Biden's
I thought about my real
interference
name. I
with capital
forgot about my
markets and with
actual,
free
like, online
markets.
name.
The subsidies, we're subsidizing the
I don't
automakers
trust this
and
guy
we're
either. He looks like a
subsidizing the
mask.
cars and a particular kind of car, not every car. We're subsidizing electric vehicles. And when you decide
looks
that we're
like
going to
the
take
Eagle
all of your
Muppet.
taxpayer monies,
He
take
looks
$1 billion,
like, what's his
subsidize a certain
name?
type of vehicle, and the batteries come from China. China
news
controls
guy.
85% of the rare earth minerals. They're called rare earth because they're
His name's
measured
like-
in parts per million.
I don't know,
China
Hank
is moving
the Eagle?
100,000
What's his
pounds
name?
of earth in Indonesia, in Africa. They're literally destroying the planet
The
so
Eagle
that we can
Muppet
make
guy?
a battery
Doug
that's in a
Eagle?
car subsidized here. That's why they're
Well, that's what
striking,
he
because
looks
they
like.
need two-thirds
Or he looks like a
less
me.
workers to build an electric car.
I don't know.
Joe Biden,
He looks like
this
it would be
strike
really
is Joe
easy to
Biden's
make in the me maker. Didn't this guy do a free gift card giveaway to get on stage? Yeah, he's like Morgs.
The follow question to Governor
It's like
Christie.
Morgs. That's for my
The government will
British
shut down if
British
Congress
viewers.
does not
You're
reach a
welcome.
deal by the end of this week.
Do you want to
Vice
join my
President
free
Pence
gift card
warns
giveaway?
that politics of, quote, Trump's populist proteges, like Mr. Ramaswamy, are a road to ruin for the GOP. If the government shuts down,
or both of these guys want to say, I'm sorry, can you speak English, please?
Voters should blame everybody who's in Washington, D.C.
I could see the racism flare up. Hi, Gabby, how you doing?
Failing at doing the job for a very long time. And let's be honest about this with the voters. You know, during the Trump administration, they added $7 trillion. $7 trillion in national debt. And the Biden administration has put another $5 trillion on and counting. They have failed, and they're in the spot they're in now because none of them are willing to tell the truth. None of them are willing to take on the difficult issues. They just want to keep kicking the can down the road.
And the
inflation that Nikki spoke about is absolutely right.
I think because neocons are probably slightly more pragmatic in like the insane shit they say, or like the stupid shit they say, because they're mostly aware they do it for like their own benefit. Fascists are like so fucking delusional. I think it attracts people from any group.
And Donald Trump hides behind the walls of his golf clubs.
Is that even an issue? Who's gonna tell America to pay their debts? That's the thing, right? There's like so much national debt, but like, what is anyone gonna do about it? No one's about to be like, yeah, let's punish America.
And if the government closes,
let's be real.
it's the blame.
Mike and Chris look at each other
in Washington, D.C., who has failed to do their job and just plays to the grandstand.
Probably. They'll accept anyone as long as they're just as racist. Yeah, it's like, they gotta be just as hateful.
Here's how we get it done in Washington.
Sanctions are the worst you can think of. Yeah, and like America could probably like shit on any sanction, probably wouldn't really be affected
Washington are shutting down the American dream with their reckless behavior. They borrowed, they printed, they spent, and now you're paying more.
He speaks exactly like a kid who just got like lightly like pushed or something, like he got knocked into by some other kid, and he went up to the teacher and he's being like, can you please tell his mom that he can't come to school anymore because he's come and hurt me?
And you know who else is missing?
He hurt my shoulder.
Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight.
Donald Trump hurt my shoulder.
To defend his record, where they
the video is loud or Max is too quiet.
That set the stage for the inflation that we have now. I can tell you this is Governor of Florida.
Let's do it like
taxes, that. We ran surpluses. We've paid down over 25% of our state
debt.
Is
that good?
I vetoed wasteful spending when it came to my desk.
Mixing is fine for you. Oh my God, you folks are confusing.
Bill that's going to cause your prices to go up.
Hungry. I don't have the hungry clip. I need it.
Back to them.
Ilya, you mentioned me in the question.
Did you just see his fucking face? Nah, he looked so fucking scary for a second. He tried to do a smile again.
They're topping $10,000 per month. Some families are spending up to half of their income.
$10,000? They're topping them?
Or does it not make sense for me financially? In 3 days, the billions of dollars in pandemic-era funding is going to end, and 70,000 daycares could close. So you had an effort to broaden eligibility for child care assistance. That fell apart last year. And for the moms and dads out there who are worried, what can you tell them if you weren't able to get it through the Congress? How could you do it as president?
Certainly one of the things I did as a member of Congress was to make sure that we protected the Head Start programs around the country, giving people the opportunity to pick and choose the place that they send their children.
That's not true.
The challenges that we see today,
they got rid of a bunch of Head Start positions because of the GOP rulings.
Has gone over $15,000 per child. In the Build Back Better plan, it was going up to $29,000.
Oh yeah, like the stream, fuckers. Okay.
The way we fix that problem is to make sure that we actually cut taxes and give more Americans their money back. When I helped write the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, we actually lowered a single mother's taxes by 70% on the federal level. For dual income households by 60%. Then we went a step further. We doubled the child tax credit and made it refundable.
Tim Scott is definitely gay. I don't know. I can't read anything about him. He just seems odd to me.
Decisions how to take care of their family. The one thing we should do is let the American people keep their money. When that happens, the greatest opportunities rise from
he speaks like a
15 seconds. Go ahead and never go to the border.
He moves like someone who was like locked in a chamber for 20 years and then came out and learned how to talk.
The real divide is not between the Republicans on this stage. And in the Reagan Library, I want to say these are good people on this stage. The real divide is between the majority of us in this country
Big strategy
who
change
love
for
the
him.
United States of America and share our founding ideals. Free speech, meritocracy, the idea you get ahead of this country not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character, and the fringe minority in the Democrat Party that has a chokehold over that party. That's the real divide. So this populist versus class
The cringe.
is artificial. We need to unite.
I don't like this guy.
We are going to talk about immigration and the border and
child care. We have
I think we're going to go on. You have to we're going to get to you. We're going to come back to you. There's a lot of time.
Meritocracy is bad and gay.
North Dakota,
I mean, if a meritocracy worked, like a small, tiny scale meritocracy would be okay.
We passed legislation.
But like the idea that you need to like work really hard just to like chill is stupid. But like, I don't know, like the concept of doing well and then succeeding is obviously like fine.
Idea of
but like an economic system which is purely meritocratic.
And who have lived here, even though sometime back.
Wait, can they stop fucking showing us Ronald Reagan?
2 years later,
Look, I don't
President
like
Reagan
him.
granted amnesty to nearly 3 million immigrants, something no Democrat or Republican president has done since. Governor Christie.
Why are they? Yeah, they are like fucking dick riding him hard. Holy shit.
But when you run for president in 2016,
in America, we need to mainstream the idea that taxes are beautiful and we can use them for great things. Oh God, I wish.
Where do you stand now on a path to citizenship for 11
You
million
know how these people feel like gun control Reagan did? Oh yeah, what did he do? Did he? Oh, I don't want to make any guesses. I have like
years ago. We're not in a position to be able
what did Reagan do again? RE gun control.
What we have to do now is first treat this like the law enforcement problem it is. Our laws are being broken every day at the southern border, every day. And Joe Biden and his crew is doing nothing about enforcing that law. They are letting it go. And by the way, they announced during the presidential race they were going to let it go. And we need to have a president who acts like I did as governor, enforce the law first and foremost. And that means what I'll do on day one is sign an executive order to send the National Guard to
Do you see the disgust on the crowd's face when they learned Reagan gave amnesty to immigrants?
But also to make
oh no, I didn't notice that.
We want you here in this country to fill the 6 million vacant jobs.
These people are like just wired to be evil at this point.
Here to follow the law.
They put in gun control in California because of Black Panther. Oh right, that was okay. That's when that happened. Of course, of course.
Across the border from which you came, and the fact is that until we set,
I think you remember made back. Oh, he made background checks. I think. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
and I'll tell you this.
It reminds me of that BoJack episode where women. It becomes like a trend for like women to have guns, and they fucking and then they make guns illegal because women are all having guns, and they hate women more than they like guns. It's like so sad.
Most illegal immigrants are coming from countries south of the border. You've seen the Fox News drone. It's captured this steady stream of people coming into the country on a daily basis. In fact, I believe we have a live picture of it tonight. That is happening right now, live. In the last decade,
what?
the US
This looks like legal immigration. No, legal immigrants. Wait, what's the problem
poverty
here?
and corruption, they persist, and the number of migrants is only growing. Are we wasting our money?
Well, what happens is when Joe Biden waved the green flag, it told everybody
Honestly,
to
they
come.
should just
And
cut
now
off
we've seen
people's
6
mic when they
million
don't shut
people
up.
cross
Yeah.
the border. We've had more fentanyl that have killed Americans in the Iraq, Vietnam, or Afghanistan wars combined.
Pretty sure the episode was
we need to
definitely,
make sure
yeah,
that
yeah.
we are a country of laws. The second we
based on
stop
those
being a country of
migrants.
laws, we
Fuck
give up
yeah.
everything this country was founded on. So we have to secure the border. The way we do that is, first of all, defund sanctuary cities. You see what's happening in Philadelphia right now. It's got to stop. We need to make sure we put 25,000 more.
Unlike most, like, haven't you folks seen how many like American companies have like complained about the fact that people aren't taking like cheap labor anymore? And then it's like the same like capitalists that are bitching about that are then like also rejecting like the demographic of people that they probably could actually like make do cheap labor. It's very sad, very silly.
Obviously,
it's not good they want to do that, but they're so stupid.
The southern border, the northern southern border, period.
How would building the wall stop fentanyl? They just start making it here and move production to different nations. Yeah.
Secure, should we ever look at putting any more money into this? Our money should be about.
Yeah, I have a very hard time believing that they'd actually manage to get rid of it like that.
I'll make it clear, we have to change.
I think if you want to stop like opiate addiction, you probably have to stop a bunch of the other issues that like the country is dealing with.
4 times in 40 years. If they
Obviously,
don't keep the
persecuting
government open,
people who
they
are
should not get
distributing
paid.
it is
No
good,
pay,
but
no budget. That's the way we should.
people are probably going to be doing fentanyl a lot more if they're going through a terrible time.
$12 billion in Latin America just last year. They signed a
We'll end
strategic
drugs by
partnership
killing
with 7
all
countries, including
minorities.
Mexico,
Great
and China's military
job.
ties to the region
Great.
now include
Incredible.
arms sales and
Thank
training
you.
exercises. Are you comfortable
You'd need universal
with China
healthcare? Yeah,
deepening
definitely.
ties with our southern neighbors?
Of course not.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're in this mess
With
is
all
because
these
the
things, you
elites in
can
DC
usually
for
just
far
fix
too
it
long
with like
have chosen surrender over
like,
strength when
you
it
can
comes
at
to
least
the
like not
CCP.
fix it fully, but
Some
like
people
fix
in
it
our
at least like
country got
half.
rich, our
Just
industrial
by
base got
treating
hollowed
people
out,
like
and they have
humans.
been able to build the second most powerful military in the entire world. We need a totally new approach to China. We are going to have real hard power in the Indo-Pacific, like Reagan, to deter.
Oh my
their
God.
ambitions. We're gonna
Wait,
have
what the
economic
fuck?
independence from China.
He would put America to war with China.
And we are going to go after the
China would not
power
fucking
they have in
stand
this
for
country. As
that.
Governor of Florida, I banned the CCP from buying land in our state. We should do that all
fuck?
across these United States. We shouldn't have them in our universities.
Wait, he
We
wants
shouldn't
to
have Confucius
he wants to
institutes.
start
So what you see
positioning
a country
military.
in decline,
Okay.
our power's in decline. China's
So he's an
gonna surpass us
isolationist?
this
I don't know. I think
decade,
he's
and
just
if they
retarded.
do
I think
that,
he'll just say
that's gonna affect every
whatever
single
this
American
like worst
household. As your
possible thing
president,
is.
I am not going to let that happen. I'm going to
It
reverse
is
this
Ron de
country's
fact.
decline.
Wait,
We are
can I
gonna
say
choose
that? I don't know.
strength, not surrender when it comes to the CCP.
Homelander face. Fucking Homelander face. It's happening.
We are a country in retreat.
Proposed, quote, universal deportation for
What a
all
retard.
undocumented immigrants and their children.
Isolationist unless
even
it's
if
to
the
stop
children
communism.
are citizens of the United
Basically.
States. Under what legal premise will you expel U.S. citizens?
So the first thing I want to say is I agree with everything the Republicans on the stage are on the right side of this issue. Militarize the southern border, stop funding sanctuary cities, and end foreign aid to Mexico and Central America to end the incentives to come across. But I do go a step further. You're right about that, Ilya. I favor ending birthright citizenship
wrong.
for the kids of illegal immigrants in this country. Now, the left will howl about the Constitution and the 14th Amendment.
Wait, what the fuck did he
difference
just
between me
say?
and them is I've actually read the 14th Amendment. What it says is that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the laws and jurisdiction thereof are citizens. So nobody believes that the kid of a Mexican diplomat in this country enjoys birthright citizenship. Not a judge or legal scholar in this country will disagree with me on that. Well, if the kid of a Mexican diplomat doesn't enjoy birthright citizenship, then neither does the kid of an illegal migrant who broke the law to come here. And as the father of 2 sons, it is hard for me to look them in the eye and say, you have to follow the law when our own government fails to follow its own laws. That's how we really go the distance.
He's so fucking evil.
And restore the rule of law in the United States of America, because that is part of what it even means to be an American.
Senator Scott, you oppose ending birthright citizenship.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, there's no doubt the fact that we think the
Stream throws?
Amendment, it was
Are
certainly
we
written
back?
as it relates to slavery, not as it relates to illegal immigration. It's been applied to illegal immigration. So the challenge that we face is, in fact, one that has to do with whether or not the people that come here are under the jurisdiction of our laws. And frankly, if you come here illegally, you are not. Now, surviving a Supreme
hear
Court
but not
argument
see.
is something I can't tell you. But from a perspective of the Constitution,
Oh, good here? Oh,
I think
okay.
it's
That's
simple.
on you, apparently.
Clearly, it was designed for slavery and not for illegal immigration. I'll go one step further, though. When we have a conversation about the things that are happening on this stage, we think about the fact that Vivek just said we were all good people, and I appreciate that, because last debate,
That's okay.
he said we were all bought and paid for. And I thought about that for a little while and said, you know, I can't imagine how you can say that knowing that you were just in business with the Chinese Communist Party and the same people that funded Hunter Biden millions of dollars was a partner of yours as well. It's not nonsense.
So look, here's what I want to respond. These are good people.
That guy's so terrible at asserting himself. Holy shit.
Of anybody who's in politics. Excuse me. Thank you for speaking while I'm interrupting. While I'm speaking.
You said
Thank you for speaking while I'm interrupting.
Gentlemen, you'll have your turn.
One of the challenges we should have
please focus on the issues that matter. We know we did business in China. Everybody knows that.
If I may address,
focus on holding Joe Biden accountable. That's what we need to be focusing on.
I actually agree with Ron DeSantis.
Here we are. Look, I'll offer you folks some extra stimuli, okay?
China. When every other CEO expanded into the Chinese market, you know what I did with my first company? We opened a subsidiary in China. But you know what I did that was different than every other company? We got the hell out of there. And when I started my next company, Strive, right when
they probably like caught him like violating human rights or something.
My next company, Strive, to compete against BlackRock. Excuse me. To compete against BlackRock, I made a commitment that we would never do business in China. And I will say something.
Yes. I think you have more than time to explain your point.
Well, if I was interrupted by a lot of people here, and I want to be respectful because I believe these are good people. But I do not.
These people are fucking terrible at like actually stopping them. What the fuck?
In the honor of Ronald Reagan's library, if I may, from one admirer of Ronald Reagan to another, from one admirer of Reagan to another, we cannot see violate Reagan's 11th commandment.
I don't even know what the deals he apparently did. I'm curious, but it's probably real. You feel like you're in the town square of Athens circa 200 BC. Yeah, if like everyone had brain damage or something.
In 2017, the Trump-Pence administration canceled DACA, which put the legal status of 600,000 Dreamers in the hands of the courts. Dreamers work and they pay taxes. As president, if the Supreme Court ends DACA, would you
doing business in China shouldn't be this big of an issue? Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just like virtue signaling bullshit.
Well, first let me say I'm glad Vivek pulled out of his business deal in 2018 in China. That must have been about the time you decided to start voting in presidential elections. So,
damn, Mike.
Let me speak to this issue. Number one, I negotiated the Remain in Mexico policy with the Mexican government. We used economic power to bring the Mexican government to the table. We built hundreds of miles of border wall, and despite what's said here today, we reduced illegal immigration and asylum abuse by 90%. And as President of the United States, I can do it again. And the truth is, we need to fix a broken immigration system. And I'll do that as well.
He doesn't seem like he feels it.
A nation without borders is not.
He looks like he's still trying to convince himself what's happening.
We have to secure the southern border of the United States of America. I know how to do it, and we will do it again. Let me say.
At least they didn't hate gay people in Athens. They hated bottoms. Was that in Athens or in Rome where they would like
give a solution to the
rape men, and then if you got like fucked in the ass, you had to leave because it was like embarrassing?
But you know,
maybe it was
something
both.
I've done different than everybody on this stage is I've actually secured reform in Congress. You know, Ron, you talk a really good game about cutting spending, but you've increased spending in Florida by 30%. When I was a member of Congress in 2006, right after Hurricane Katrina, Dana, you remember it, we stood our ground. I led House conservatives. We cut $100 billion out of the federal budget. It can be done, but as I said in the last debate, I'll say again, this is no time for on-the-job training. I'm going to be ready on
Mike seems EP, yeah. This is why they need to stop putting dudes who were like born in like, I don't know, the fucking Victorian era in the presidential race. Put the Vivek picture. Oh my god, wait, I have to see if I have it. Wait, that's me. Yes! We have it. Okay, wait, we'll just leave this down here. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. We can bring up mine as well, honestly.
Do you trust our government and where the economy is heading? Does the thought of losing your hard-earned retirement savings to DC's reckless spending scare the heck out of you? Well, you're not alone.
No, my
Smart
heck.
Americans are taking action while they still can by reaching out to Birch Gold Group, For over 20
Oh
years,
my god,
Birch Gold
dude,
has
there's
helped
one
concerned
thing that
Americans
conservatives
protect
do
their
than
futures
better
by
than
moving
any
part of
other
an
group, and it's
existing
shill
IRA or
fucking
401k
gold.
into a physical gold
They
IRA.
love
Because when
fucking
things are a
shilling
mess,
gold
like
because you
right
can take
now,
advantage of like
Americans
spooked
turn to
people.
gold. With an A+ rating, with a
Americans
Better
are turning
Business
into gold,
Bureau, and
folks.
thousands of happy customers.
They're turning
Birch
into gold right
is
now.
the trusted leader
This
in
is
gold.
awesome.
They're busier than ever because
Life
people are
big
taking control of
reaction.
their savings
Yeah,
away
it's
from the
awesome.
government and into their own
You love
hands.
spinning cuts.
Text the word now
Base?
to the number 989898 to get a free info kit on gold.
This
There's
is
no
okay.
pressure, no
Wait,
obligation.
I don't know if I need
Just
to subject us to this.
info kit now. Text now to
Okay.
9898.
We can just keep on kind of quietly. Who do you think will win the debate? Who do we think will win the debate, actually, folks? Who do we think will win the debate? Now, I think, who's it gonna be between? I think it's probably gonna be between Vivek. I don't know. They're just all terrible, aren't they? They're just all terrible. God, I don't even know who I think would win. I think if you're there, you're just a loser by way of being there. It's like Jover if you've shown up, you know. I'll just say Trump because he's the nominee, even though he isn't there. See, that's the thing. He's the only person who's winning because he didn't fucking show up, and he gets that, you know. He understands the power of just not saying anything and just fucking off. Win the debate in terms of best ideas or best debate skill. I mean, debates are about best debate skill, right? You don't have to be right to win a debate. You have to be fucking convincing, right? But I don't know, because they none of them seem to really feel it anymore. Because I think a lot of what that kind of energy seems to be from, like that kind of like furious reactionary energy, for me seems to feel like a build-up of like anger and frustration. And I feel like maybe the kind of, I don't know, the start of the Trump era, when that became like much more accepted to be loudly kind of angry and hateful and spiteful, I think maybe a lot of people just kind of got all their angry shitty energy out like those years, and now I feel like some of them are kind of just getting tired. I don't know. I feel like people are like tired of the evil shtick. Like, they don't seem to feel it. They just seem kind of bored. I will win the GOP debate. I will become the best racism president ever. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, holy shit. Think of millions stole from old conservatives by ads like this. It must be such an easy demographic to sell shit to, because they're like the fucking most insane, gullible people. Oh, wait. We all like free stuff. Oh, yeah? Yeah. How much do you think it costs to text there, huh? How much do you think it costs? I'm going to guess 40 cents at least. Oh. Terms and conditions apply? Yeah. Yeah. It's a fucking scam. Everything these fucking cunts do is a scam. It's disgusting. I have one beer. I wish I had more than one beer. I think I do have to get the beer, though. This is pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. Oh, is it going? Oh, it's happening, folks. It's happening. Could win just by making fun of them.
Welcome back to the regular
That's the Trump strategy.
second Republican presidential debate. I do want to just remind everyone, there's 1 minute for questions, 30 seconds.
You're gonna go just mine it by yourself?
When you mention each other, that means if you're
real,
you're gonna get. Okay, so we want to talk about crime. This has been a horrendous problem.
Miners in chat.
Fox News and others have been covering it.
Like gold miners.
Christie. Crime in major cities is striking fear into the hearts of Americans. Just last
Mike
night,
is a horrible
looters
debater.
took
Mike's
over the
pretty
streets
terrible.
of Philadelphia.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab my beer.
You said in the last debate that you would use U.S.
Hold on.
attorneys to
Okay, don't you
prosecute
dare say
crimes local
live max reaction. I will, or else I will
they are stretched
Minecraft
as well,
myself
and
on
they could
stream.
not handle all of the lawlessness, the shoplifting, all the carjackings, the armed robberies. They're all surging. Progressive prosecutors were elected by their constituents, and they can't be fired by a president. So what would you do to end the revolving door of criminality?
Well,
you
the only one on this stage who's
fuckers.
done it. For 7 years, I ran the 5th largest office in this country. at the U.S. Attorney's Office in New Jersey, and we set records for the number of prosecutions that we brought that still have not been broken. And the reason was that we went after the crime that was affecting people's lives. And as president, I will appoint an attorney general and instruct that attorney general.
Yeah, CJED is interesting, isn't it?
To put all the resources that are necessary to
I
bring
like seeing
our
how people
cities back
conduct themselves in
under
space like
control.
that.
The fact is, they will be stretched. There's no doubt about that, but that's what they take the job for, because they love the idea.
Nobody on the stage has any cat charisma. None of them seem to believe what they're saying.
Not just in our cities, but we need law and order back everywhere. We need law and order back in our suburbs. People are threatened there. We need it in our rural areas. People feel threatened there.
And you know what?
We need it in Washington,
I think the
also.
reason, actually thinking about it for a moment, is very clear.
But he's not. And I want to look
They're
at
all
the
eating
camera
shit in
right
the
now and tell you,
polls.
Donald,
None
I
of them
know
are going to
you're
win.
watching.
They all know
You can't
it.
help yourself. I know you're watching. Okay?
What the
And
fuck?
you're not here
Chris
tonight,
Christie.
not
He's talking to
because
me.
of polls,
Wait, oh, he's talking
and
to Trump.
not because of your
Okay.
indictment. You're not here tonight because you're
confused for a second.
afraid of being on the stage and defending your record.
I don't know. I thought it was like talking through my
And let me tell you
screen.
what's going to happen. You keep doing that.
Sopranos
no one up here's gonna
Republicans.
call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald
If he
Duck.
did the accent, I would vote for him. I wouldn't care what he said.
You fired a couple of prosecutors in
Hey,
your state, but as governor,
I want to
vice
become the
you would
president.
not have the ability to
Don't,
do that.
please.
How do you think about dealing with the root
Elect me.
causes of crime, especially this
It
revolving
would
door
work.
of the criminals that just get out and come back and commit another crime?
Well, the crime in these cities is one of the strongest signs of the decaying of America. We can't be successful as a country if people aren't even safe to live in places like Los Angeles
been
and
trending
San
down since
Francisco.
2022.
Just being in Southern California over the last couple of days, my wife and I have met 3 people
First
who have
Italian
been
president.
mugged on the street, and that would have never happened 10 or 20 years ago. In Florida,
Okay,
we
don't worry.
back
I
the
saved
blue.
this.
We support the men and women of law enforcement. They are keeping us safe. We have a 50-year low in the crime rate. And yes, when I had 2 progressive prosecutors that weren't following the law in Florida, I
Wait, didn't he
removed them
talk
from
about the
their
crime
posts,
rate
and the
going...
people of Florida are
Wait,
safer
isn't
as
the
a
crime
result
rate
of
like
it. As
really high in
president,
Miami though?
I will use the Justice Department to bring civil rights
Pretty sure he's
cases
talking out of
against
his
all
ass.
of those left-wing Soros-funded prosecutors.
it didn't
We're
go
not gonna
down.
let them get away with it anymore. We want to reverse this country's decline. We need to choose law and order over rioting and disorder.
On a related subject, Governor Haley, there's a nationwide policing shortage. Retirements are
50-year
up,
lows in just in Florida all over the country.
Morale is at record low. 3 years ago, you signed a pledge to support law enforcement. Now, pledges are a nice idea, but what's your actual plan to get more police?
They simultaneously say that crime is scarred. Yeah, double
Did it in
speak. You love to
South
see it.
Carolina too. You know what we knew in South
These nuts
Carolina was
sound?
you take care of
I
those
should
who
do
take
that.
care of you. We have to start
I saw
taking
my
care of
bruh
law
button.
enforcement, but it's not just taking care of them with words. It's making sure that you also follow through on what they do. Right now, we have a lot of stolen guns on the street. Well, these law enforcement officers, they arrest these people, and then they go and they're let out the very next day. So law enforcement feels like no one has their back. We have to start prosecuting according to the law.
They
We
don't,
have to
no
make
one
sure we
has
have
their
the
back.
backs of law enforcement, and we have to make sure that we're a country of law and order. But I want to go back to China because I don't think we spent enough time on that.
Oh my
Right
God.
now, we have to look at what
She noticed the
government's
crowd
to
was
hurt
doing
us
a
against
lull.
China too. You have a company,
She's like,
US
bringing up China.
that produces amoxicillin, the #1 antibiotic that we need.
That's too many
And right
fucking
now, there's
syllables
a
for them.
company in Bristol, Tennessee that produces that, yet our federal government only gets it from China. We need to be focusing on
Uh-oh.
companies that produce in
Why is she
America
frozen?
and supporting
Okay.
those companies that produce in America, not companies that are helping China.
I thought she just did that for a
We'll
second.
be talking foreign policy later. Delia?
Thank you, Stuart. We're going to stay in the topic of crime.
The crowd is getting bored. China, black people, immigrants,
all of us.
wokeness. Yeah.
Governor Burgum,
But
for
the
the
crowd
first
doesn't
time
seem to
ever,
care that much anymore
a
either.
Univision poll found that mass shootings and gun safety are one of the most important issues for Latino voters. Mental health concerns are not unique to the United States.
None of these
gun
people look real.
Violence is. What
I need
is
to
your
stop saying that. I think I
specific
sound
plan
insane,
to curb
but they
gun
don't look
violence?
real.
Well, first we need to know is understand is I think that the liberal left seems to be just completely bent on prosecuting law-abiding citizens that are gun owners, because every solution they have to this is take away the Second Amendment rights of Americans, and somehow that's going to solve the problem. But all these cities that we're talking
Just
about,
buy
they
their
showed the
guns
videos
back.
of
Give them
tonight,
money.
They have
Who
some of the
cares?
strictest gun laws in the country. So we know that that's not what's working. But what we have to do is get back to the core issues about the family. We have to get back to behavioral health and mental health. We've got to get back to
like half of guns are in like very few people's hands, if I remember correctly. It's like 50% of guns are in like 2% of the population's hands.
The most military and the most support of what we're doing in terms of law enforcement,
probably
because
fix a lot of shit just by taking care of those
we've been
people.
defunding the police because they've been attacked in the press. The police
Toddlers need guns. I was thinking about this. We need baby-sized like handguns, so babies can shoot people too, just in case.
Everybody else in my family and most of the people in our state, because they know we have to respect the people that are out there defending us every single day.
Can I answer the question on mass shootings? Mr. Ramaswamy, according to Customs and Border Protection, about 90%
your gun needs a gun? Yeah, a little gun attachment for your gun.
Official border crossings.
The Calibre, I love that gun, it's so cute.
Of the smugglers are U.S. citizens. How would you stop fentanyl?
Gun crime is the worst in red states because of lax gun laws. Shocking.
Ports of entry.
Let's go.
There's two sides to this, and we have to be very honest about it. One is we do have to seal that southern border. Building the wall is not enough. They're building cartel-financed tunnels underneath that wall. Semi-trucks can drive through.
Are they?
We have to use
Are they doing tunnels?
to seal the Swiss cheese.
Vivek wrong?
But we also have to be honest. There's a demand-side problem in this country, too, a mental health epidemic. I met family in Iowa. Two parents, Kathy and Derek. They lost their son, Sebastian, 17 years old.
I like how you can tell when he tries to switch on the normal human like act.
With fentanyl. That's closer to bioterrorism, not a drug overdose. That is poisoning. So it is our job to make sure that never happens.
Did he just say not a drug overdose?
Our job to make sure that 17-year-olds don't turn to Percocet.
What do you think a drug overdose is?
We have to bring back mental health care in this country, not with pumping pharmaceuticals, but with faith-based approaches.
Here in Missouri, out of all our major cities, all of our major cities are on the top 10 highest crime rates.
And this isn't a Republican point or a Democrat point. But if you're 16 years old or under, you should not be using an addictive social media product, period.
Oh, that's going to win them over. They'll love that.
And we can revive both the mental health
The youth loves when you tell them what to do. That's how you get them to vote for you.
More people this year than who died on 9/11.
Fucking idiot move as well. Because
sitting in the White House like the hollowed out
consider as well that Vivek, there's no world in which Vivek gets elected now. So he needs to be thinking about the demographic who's going to be able to vote in 4 years. If he's talking shit about people who are like kids now and 16 now, that's going to be like
U.S. military to go
a fucking good portion of the voting populace at that point.
And the stories that I've seen in Florida, we had an infant, 18 months. Parents rented an Airbnb.
Oh my God, they're doing a fucking anecdote competition now.
The infant was crawling, the toddler was crawling on the carpet and ingested fentanyl residue and died. Are we just going to sit here and let this happen, this carnage happen in our country?
Wait, I'm sorry. Children dying is sad. I just don't fucking care when these people say it.
For me as president, we're going to declare it a national emergency. Yes, we'll build the wall. We'll do remain in Mexico. But those Mexican drug cartels are going to be treated like the foreign terrorists.
So it's response to mental health issues as Christianity getting rid of phones for kids? Yeah. Well, it's that move is usually to isolate minorities, right? Like, among other things, that is like a conscious action they want to do, you know?
Made that same promise in 2016. And at that time, Trump-Pence had congressional majorities for at least the first 2 years, and you did not deliver on that promise. So Obamacare, right now, it is more popular than ever. Why should Americans trust you, if you become president, to fix that, or is Obamacare here to stay?
Well, first let me speak to the mass shootings issue, and then I'll answer that question. It's an important one, Dana. Look, I'm someone that believes that justice delayed is justice denied. And as a father of three, as a grandfather of three beautiful little girls, I am sick and tired of these mass shootings happening in the United States of America. And if I'm president of the United States, I'm going to go to the Congress of the United States, and we're going to pass a federal expedited death penalty for anyone involved in a mass shooting so that they will meet their fate in months, not years. It is unconscionable that
that's really eating shit,
Parkland shooter, Ron, is actually going to spend the rest of his life behind bars in Florida.
CJ, don't say
not
that.
Justice. We have to mete out justice and send a message to these would-be killers that you are not going to live out your days
Most,
behind
I'm
bars.
pretty sure, like, either 40% or more than half of mass shooters kill themselves. Like, they do not care. If they get the death penalty, they'd be happy. People are more scared of prison than they are of the death penalty, I think.
Look, I think it's one
Conservative video quality,
choices
literally.
here. You know,
What the fuck
former
is
running
this?
mate, Donald Trump, actually has a plan to start to consolidate more power in Washington, D.C., consolidate more power in the executive
Isn't Pence on the
branch.
Epstein
President
flight
of the
logs?
United States.
He probably
It's
is.
my
He
intention
probably
to make
is.
the federal government smaller by returning to the states those resources and programs that are rightfully theirs under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. That means all Obamacare funding, all housing funding, all HHS funding, all of it goes back to the states. We'll shut down the Federal Department of Education. We'll allow states to innovate. We're going to revive federalism in America, and states are going to help bring America back.
But Stu, go ahead.
May I remind everyone to keep within
That was
their
sad.
time frames
That
so
was
we can get as
sad.
many
He really
questions
tried
as
to go for the
possible.
delivery and nobody clapped.
This question for Governor DeSantis.
The death penalty wouldn't stop mass shootings, it would make them scared so harder. Yeah.
Don't have insurance
Absolutely.
coverage. Governor DeSantis.
Because what would you have to
2.5
lose?
million of them are in your state. That's worse than the national average. Can Americans trust you on this?
Well, I think this is a symptom of our overall economic decline. Everything has gotten more expensive.
Oh, no.
You see insurance rates are going through the roof. People that are going to get groceries. I spoke with a woman in Iowa, and she said, you know, for the first time in my life, I'm having to take things out of my grocery cart when I get to the checkout line because...
Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on? Oh no.
The total goes up so quickly. So this is very real, and people are hurting out there. So we've got to address the underlying problem with Bidenomics, the overspending, taking all Biden's rules and regulations. I'm going to throw them in the trash can on day one. You're not going to have to worry about that. We're going to open up all our energy. We will be energy dominant in this country. That will lower your gas prices.
Ron DeSantis spoke to a woman, not believable. Yeah, I don't think he could do that.
Healthcare is putting patients at the back of the bus. We have big pharma, big insurance, and big government, and we need to tackle that and have more power.
The death penalty
for the
solves literally nothing, it's just barbarian politics, pretty
Why
much.
is your record in Florida on insurance worse than the national average?
Our state's a dynamic state. We've got a lot of folks that come. Of course, we've had a population boom. We also don't have.
Is it hard to ask for a candidate who promotes social wealth fund in the UBI? Apparently.
This is a field of dreams.
Seems like
you can
it.
do well in the state.
But also we're watching
like
the Republicans, so obviously everyone's going to suck.
People on government programs without work requirements. We believe you work and you got to do that, and so that goes for all the welfare benefits. And you know what that's done, Stuart? Our unemployment rate is the lowest amongst any big state. We have the highest GDP growth amongst any big state, and even CNBC, no fan of mine, ranked Florida the #1 economy in America.
Oh, the fake smile again. He's so scary. He's so scary. A lot of folks come.
I'm going to come. Families accounting for 2/3 of all personal bankruptcies. As president, how you protect Americans who get sick from financial ruin?
First of all, how can we be the best country in the world and have the most expensive health care in the world? We have an issue. My mom was in the hospital, and when she was in the hospital, they tried to bring her a couple of Tylenol, and she said, I don't need it. And they
What
said,
do you want to
"Honey,
bet
go
they're
ahead
just
and
going to say
take it 'cause you're paying
bootstraps
for it
harder?
anyway." Why is it that when we got the bill, the insurance company and the hospital negotiated the bill for her without her
Even
having
Republican
anything to
voters
do
just
with
heavily
it?
support
When
that stuff,
I am
yeah, but
president,
their funders
we will
don't.
break all of it, from the insurance company to the hospitals to the doctor's offices to the PBMs to the pharmaceutical companies. We will make it all transparent, because when you do that, you will realize that's what the problem is. Second thing is you've got to deal with tort law. The doctors don't give you the 10 tests because they want to. It's because of the 90% chance they'll get sued. And then we need to bring competition back to healthcare, get rid of certificate of need systems, and make sure that they can compete. We have
Oh my god, not more money. Oh, why?
long,
Why is this a solution for everything? Don't do more competitive. It's about like people's ability to live comfortably, and they're like, okay, what if they tried harder to beat each other and do better business with the cancer care they're giving out or something? Oh, I hate this.
Do you have a better way in 30 seconds?
Well, yes, we're not talking about
Solve healthcare, just privatize, just high privatize it
most
all.
expensive healthcare in the world. It's
Like a
because the
socialist. Yeah,
federal
this is what
government
socialists want.
got involved
This is
the
what
same way they did
socialism
with
is.
EVs, and they said we're going to subsidize a particular kind of software back in 2008.
And the marketization by doing marketization. Yeah, that's how it's going to become more fucking transparent with more market bullshit.
All of you that are watching have been to a doctor's office when the doctor's got his back to you and their hands on a keyboard. The only industry in the world that's ever absorbed $1 trillion of IT and became less productive, they saw less patients per day, is U.S. healthcare because they were subsidizing a certain kind of technology. It wasn't about improving healthcare. It was about picking winners and losers. Every time the federal government's involved, whether it's higher education, healthcare, or now the auto industry, things get more expensive and less competitive.
That was a great transition because we are going to move on. The
Wait,
future
what?
of education
Are you
in America.
fucking stupid? You think the prices go like that because of government involvement, you fucking numbskull? No, Ronald, stop it. Stop it, Ronald, stop. Oh my god, okay, he's gone. Shoo, okay, we did it. Holy shit. Well, this is like terrible. Reagan wrong. Reagan fucking L. Insane they're talking about issues caused by Reagan policies right after praising Reagan. Yeah, literally all the things are being like, hey, the entirety of America thinks that this thing that Ronald Reagan is probably directly responsible for is terrible. What are you gonna do about it? This is like literally fucking everything. I'm surprised they got like this gold sponsors just going the whole time. For like a fucking Fox debate. I don't know, if gold feels like so specifically scammy and like gross to me that like I would feel like a organization like Fox would be like, oh no, this is like beneath us, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm like delusional or something. But it seems weird. Oopsie daisy. What's going on? Oh no. Where'd it go? We'll fix this, folks. Don't worry, nothing's happening. It's the only people who pay for ads. That's not. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I guess so to a degree, but you know, there's probably limitations to that as well, huh? Wait, what's happening here? What's going on here? I'm beyond baffled. Would you flex your conservative gold to pick some bitches? Yeah, bitches love conservative gold. That's what they love more than anything. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna change it into the other one. Cause I don't know what. That's not right. That's not the right screen. That's not the right screen either. This is the right screen. Poggers. Look at that. That is a professional streamer at work, folks. Oopsie daisy. Now everything's going downhill. Okay, I don't know where the chat went. Chat officially gone. Jova for chat. Oh no. No faults ever. Yeah, this is going great. I need a new computer so fucking badly, dude. It's so depressing how awful this thing is. I swear to God. My dad got the parts for this. My dad's like the biggest cheapskate I know. Like he's not even, he grew up poor. He's not poor anymore, but he spends money like he like fucking earns like £5 a day. And so I've like gotten like the most budget bullshit computer and it's terrible. You're writing that down? What are you writing down? I'm scared. What are the specs? I don't know. Terrible. Holy shit. Do an advice for incels segment. I could. I wouldn't mind. I feel sorry for incels. I mean, inceldom seems to be primarily just driven by people who just don't know what they're doing. And so I feel like advice is probably a pretty good thing to go for. Okay. Alright, I finally fixed that. Now I need to fix the other thing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. This is going so fast. It's going so well. Yes. I know what I am doing. Okay. Yes? But yeah, no, it's awful. This thing is terrible. That's not right. I want this one. Alright, poggers. Wow, that was quick. That's fucking, oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Okay. No, bring me back. Okay, this is going awesomely. This is going so well. I love this. I love this. I love it when this happens. I love when all my shit just goes entirely off to somewhere else. Okay, gradually coming back. It's only going to take 6 years. Maybe 7 if we're lucky. Okay. Oh my god, the debates are starting again. My shit's fucking broken. Okay, that's good enough. Fuck it. Is it gonna... Oh my god, please let me select this. Please. Please, I pray. I pray. Wait, what is it doing? What the fuck is it doing? Why is it doing this? Okay, now. Skadoosh. Okay, yes. Let's make this
the answer. But South Carolina, your home state, still has not enacted universal school choice, and even the current expansion won't be fully implemented until 2027. Parents can't wait 4 years for a fix. So what would you do right now?
Holy shit.
Well, and school choice isn't the only answer, but I'll tell you it's not out of a lack of trying that we didn't try and get school choice in South Carolina. What I'll tell you, first of all, is we have to acknowledge the fact that 67% of our 8th graders are not proficient in reading or math. Over 80% of our 8th graders aren't proficient in history or civics. And recently they came out and said our 12 and 13-year-olds are scoring at the lowest levels they've been scoring in reading and math in decades. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to make sure we catch our kids back up. We have to make sure they can read. A child that can't read by 3rd grade is 4 times less likely to graduate high school. We need to do reading remediation. We need complete transparency in the classroom. No parent should ever wonder what's being said or taught to their child in the classroom. We need to make sure that we have school choice so that there's competition.
It's gonna be awesome. Okay, it only took me 5 minutes to fix this.
Down to the states and let states decide what education looks like in their states. And we need to start building things in America again. Let's put vocational classes back in our high schools, and let's get our kids building the things that we know that we can make. When we start to focus on that and really bring in that parental involvement, that's when we'll start to see a difference. But we've got to get parents.
I'm trying to get rid of that other thing.
We've got to quit spending time on this DEI and CRT and instead focus on financial literacy, on digital literacy, and on making sure that our kids know what they need to do to have the jobs of the next generation.
On the subject of education,
okay, I'm getting rid of Geometry Dash for a bit just so it can survive.
For Governor Christie, students in your state are getting high marks on their report cards. But minorities are not doing well with math and reading. Black and Hispanic students averaging 29 points lower than white students in New Jersey. Would you address minorities first?
You have to address all students.
Of course, this guy is New Jersey.
Stuart, frankly, before I was governor, that gap
oh my
was
god, dude, can this fucking work, please?
And what we did was institute more charter schools and more Renaissance schools and more public school choice in New Jersey with innovative solutions in cities like Camden, where now we took what was the worst school district in America during my time.
Oh yeah, okay, it's all right.
Increase that.
1350 time, yay! Finally.
It can be done when you give people.
Was that question written by Paul?
Tell the truth to everybody about what
I'm surprised he didn't give the racist answer. I was expecting it.
Is no longer run by the public. It is run.
If I was black in New Jersey, my last concern would be math. How bad is it?
Are absolutely strangling. They are taking the worst of
They could never accept that systemic racism exists in any way, of course
for
not.
Our kids. And when you have the President of the United States sleeping with a member of the teachers union, there is no chance that you could take the stranglehold away from the teachers union every day.
Oh wait, Jill Biden's a teacher
inside the White House every day
in the union
base? Teachers, not for our students to be the best they can be. A President of the United States is to take on the teachers union. I did it in New Jersey, and I will do it as President of the United States.
And to take on the teachers union, yikes. I don't really appreciate that messaging.
Florida's Florida's new Black History curriculum says, quote, slaves develop skills which in some
Pay
instances
teachers less.
could be applied for
True.
personal
Teachers
benefit.
unions, the Jews.
You have
Yeah,
said
that's the secret
slaves
cabal.
develop skills in spite of slavery, not because of
What?
it.
Wait, what are they talking
Many
about?
are still hurt. For descendants of slaves, this is personal. What is your message to them?
So first of all, that's a hoax that was perpetrated by Kamala Harris. We are not going to be doing that. Second of all, that was written by descendants of slaves. These are great.
I missed the first part of this
So we need to
question. I'm
stop playing these
baffled.
games. Here's the deal. Our country's education system is in decline because it's focused on indoctrination, denying parents' rights. Florida
Yeah.
represents the
If only there was
revival of
less
American
indoctrination,
education. We're ranked
huh?
#1
Ron?
in the nation in education by U.S. News and World Report. My wife and I, we have a 6, 5, and 3-year-old. This is personal to us. We didn't just talk about universal school choice. We enacted universal school choice. We didn't just talk about Parents' Bill of Rights. We enacted the Parents' Bill of Rights. We eliminated critical race theory, and we now have American civics
We now have
and the
racism,
Constitution
finally.
in our schools
We
in a
brought it
really
back.
big way, just like President Reagan asked for in his farewell
Ron
address
did
back in
fucking
1989.
wrong.
He's showing how it's done. We're standing with parents, and our kids are benefiting.
Senator Scott, you oppose to these new standards. What is your message for Governor DeSantis?
There is not a redeeming quality in slavery. He and Kamala should have just taken the one sentence out. America has suffered because of slavery, but we've overcome
Yikes.
that. We are the greatest nation on earth because we faced our demons in the mirror and made a decision. So often we think that all the issues, you talked about crime and education and healthcare, we always think that those issues go back to slavery. Here's the challenge though. Black families survived slavery. We survived poll taxes and literacy tests. We survived discrimination being woven into the laws of our country. What was hard to survive was Johnson's Great Society, where they decided to put money, where they decided to take the black father out of the household to get a check in the mail, and you can now measure that in unemployment, in crime, in devastation. If you want to restore hope,
It's so
you've got to
boring.
restore the family, restore capitalism, and put Americans back at work together as one American family. Our nation continues to go in the right direction. It's why I can say
Slavery didn't teach the slaves anything good. It's not like after slavery they got jobs straight out of the plantation.
racist country. Never, ever doubt who we are. We are the greatest country on
Wait, didn't he
God's
just
green
talk about how he survived being racially oppressed in the
earth. A brand
country?
new leader, and I'm asking for your vote.
I'm going to have a question for you, Mr.
If it's not because of systemic racism, then why are black people performing worse? Probably because they think they're
18,000 public
stupid.
schools nationwide have the ability
Epic.
to change their identity without parental notification.
America's the greatest nation on earth, but also America's in deep decline.
Pass a federal
Yeah.
law to protect
Of course,
parental rights.
of course. These
Would you try to do
two
the same?
facts which work together.
I have to be very clear about this. Transgenderism, especially in kids, is a mental health disorder. We have to acknowledge the truth of that for what it is.
Shut
I met two young
up.
women early in this campaign.
Specifically on parental rights in schools.
Parents have the right to know. And you know what the hypocrisy of this is? Even New Hampshire failed to actually get past a piece of legislation here. The very people who say that this increases the risk of suicide are also the ones saying that parents don't have the right to know about that increased risk of suicide. And I'm sorry, it is not compassionate to affirm a kid's confusion. That is not compassion.
Oh,
that
I
is cruelty.
fucking hate this
I met two
guy.
young women, Chloe and Katie, early in this campaign, who are in their 20s, now regret getting double mastectomies and a hysterectomy. One of them will never have children. And the fact that we allowed that
You'll
to happen
never have
in this
children, you
country
evil cunt.
is barbaric. So I will ban genital mutilation or chemical
I want to beat him up with rocks and hammers in Minecraft. Real, me too. Also in Minecraft.
That's a federal law that says
And a gun.
parents should have that right.
We are
A mace.
states absolutely have to follow that through.
Maybe a big mallet.
Follow up on
parental
this
rights,
because
yes.
you in your state, this is you do not
He
have a
says
law that
obey.
says parents can't be notified. But you want to be president.
Yes.
Would you try to pass a federal law
I'm
to say
normal.
parents
I'm
have
base.
that right?
I think this is a state's issue, but I do want to say something because all night long we've been talking about issues about how it's broken in Washington.
parents
And I
have the
respect
percentage
all
of
of the
damage to
people
child
on the
and they
stage
shouldn't
here
know,
for their
yeah.
100+ years
Yeah,
of
children
public
should be
service. Thank
protected.
you.
I
But the
think.
reason why we're not talking
Hot
about
take.
education or health care or safety being a problem in North Dakota is because we have a business leader I've got more experience as a business leader than I think this whole group combined. I know I've created more jobs than everybody else on stage, thousands of high-paying jobs that have real meaning. So as a business leader, you come in and you treat the taxpayer like a customer.
Nobody cared.
In North Dakota, instead of fighting with the teachers' unions,
that was so sad.
K-12
like 4 people clapped.
Everybody gets in the room, and the customer is the student.
But you do understand that this is an issue that many people in America really are concerned about, worried about parents and notification in schools.
Yes, and that's why we have 50 platforms of innovation. That's why we have states. There are certain things the federal government is supposed to do. It's not the Department of Education. That needs to be assembled. We got to move it back to states. Do what we did in North Dakota. Instead of like, oh, here's a choice school and here's an old school, the old way with the teachers union, the kids are trapped. We made every school in North Dakota an innovation school. Every school got out from under the red tape, and the things that help teach the values that we're
people who live in North Dakota. They all came.
Credit for all of that stuff in North Dakota. And by the way, North Dakota is now at the top of the median SAT scores in the country right now.
Those 4 people are really
The
good.
Department of Homeland Security warns that violence against LGBTQ+ people is on the rise and intensifying.
Oh my God, one of them's going to say good.
Members of that community are 9 times more likely to be victims of violent hate crimes. As president, how would you protect this community from violent attacks
America
and
moment.
discrimination?
Well, as President of the United States, I'll stand up for the safety and the civil liberties of every American from every background.
Especially the gay ones because they're fucking fat.
But I want to answer the question as well, Dana, that you just asked Doug Burke.
Can't wait for them to say they want me dead.
Because by
Fuck
way of
yeah.
full disclosure, Chris, you
That's what it's about, Shagger.
mentioned the president's situation.
Shaggers.
My
You're
wife
Shagger
isn't a member of the teachers union, but I got to admit I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years. And so full disclosure. Look, education is a state and local function.
Why do you make it sound like
Indiana
that?
had one of the very first school choice programs in the country. And when I was governor of the state of Indiana, we doubled it. And as to your question, Dana, let's be very, very clear. When the Linn-Mar Community Schools in Iowa had a
teacher
policy
male,
where you had to have a permission slip.
You wanted to go with a non-gender term.
You could get a gender transition plan without notifying your parents. I weighed in with a foundation. That's not bad policy. That's crazy. We're going to stand up for the rights of parents.
You tell me these kids can safely transition?
Ban on transgender,
Sounds like a
chemical,
W to
or
me.
surgical surgery anywhere in the country. We've got to protect our kids
Hey,
from this
Mike
radical
Pence?
gender ideology agenda, and we've got to empower parents at the state level with the ability to choose where their kids go to school, whether it's public, private, parochial, or homeschool. You empower parents, and our schools will straighten up and reflect our values and focus on the basics faster than you could possibly imagine.
Next subject.
Can I just say one thing?
China is investing. If you talk over everybody, we lose time. China is investing heavily
They finally
in
stopped them.
companies. $280 billion every year on semiconductor research and development. That is 1 CHIPS Act per year. Governor DeSantis, you say companies like Google and Meta have too much power. Doesn't going after them give China an edge?
No, I think you look at how our societies develop. They have huge amount of power over our society. They've cracked down on free speech. We're not saying you don't want them to do business, but you want it to be a free market. And right now they're monopolies. But this issue of China, I think, is
He
really
got banned off Google Plus for saying the N-word. Now he's going after them.
So much of our national needs to the CCP. We rely on them for a whole host of issues. We need to reshore and we need to decouple all those important industries. We need to get that back in the United States. They are our top geopolitical adversary by a country mile. Xi Jinping's got huge ambitions, not only in the Asia Pacific, but as you mentioned earlier, in our region. But ultimately, we've got to beat him on the economy. And so that's what we'll do as President of the United States.
Governor Christie, I wanted to follow up on this
I need to get a booing
22% of
sound.
American workers fear their jobs
Just
will
I'm
be
going to play it
lost
constantly.
to a robot. And you said in the past that the free market is the way to go.
China's way behind in chips development. Taiwan is still
retrain
doing better on
workers to
top of
lose their
Biden
job
doing
to
the
artificial
chips
intelligence
to bring
and to do
manufacturing
what?
chips home base. Yeah.
Well, look, what I think artificial
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're worried about the
offers
control
us
over Taiwan, right?
is an extraordinary
In part.
opportunity to expand well beyond the productivity that we have now and to have Americans be able to be involved in that revolution, Dana. You know, each time we have shown incredible innovation
stream, what did it break?
in this country.
Or are you just saying there's nobody here?
Is to expand all kinds of new, even unthought of opportunities for folks. Yes, we have to do retraining for folks who lose some of their jobs, and we should be doing that. And we should have more training available both at the county college level and the local level for people to be able to access it. So yes, I would be in favor of that. But this is a much bigger issue than that. We can't be afraid of innovation. America has been the great innovator of this world over the last 250 years. A technological innovator, a manufacturing innovator, and a freedom and governmental innovator. And that's why America has to continue to stand strong in the world, pro-innovation, pro-progress. And I will tell you this, as President of the United States, what I will do is to make sure that every innovator
I like how they keep saying I will, like any of them have any chance of becoming president.
Pocket so that it can innovate
it's like, okay,
and bring great new inventions to our country that will
like
make
when some kid says like, when I'm an astronaut.
Mr.
Like, oh, yeah, when that happens.
TikTok is banned on government-issued devices because of its ties to the Chinese government. Yet you joined TikTok after dinner with boxer and influencer Jake Paul.
Oh my God! I hope they showed the video.
Easily persuaded by an influencer.
So the answer is I have a radical idea for the Republican Party. We need to win elections.
When I get a girlfriend, yeah, sure. Really. Oh, shut up.
Is reaching the next generation.
Shut up, CJ. No doomerism, okay? I'll get you.
So when I get into office, I've been very clear. Kids under the age of 16 should not be using addictive social media.
Talk.
We're only going to ever get to declaring independence from China, which I favor, if we actually win. So while the Democrats are running rampant, reaching the next generation 3-1, there's exactly one person in the Republican Party which talks a big game about reaching young people, and that's me. And let me level with all of you. I'm the new guy here, and so I know I have to earn your trust. What do you see? You see a young man who's in a bit of a hurry, maybe a little ambitious, bit of a know-it-all, it seems at times. I'm here to tell you, no, I don't know it all. I will listen. I will have the best people, the best and brightest in this country, whatever age they are, advising me. We will be probably many of the people on this stage included.
What's this guy talking about?
I want to be
me when I fucking lie?
Disagree with me. That's what makes America great, because we're not a perfect nation. We're founded on the pursuit
I don't mind when people disagree with me, unless they can vote, in which case I'm gonna, you know, quickly just remove that right from them. Don't mind me.
I'm sorry.
There's
one.
Vivek is lying. Yeah, this is a wrong moment.
TikTok is one of the most dangerous social media apps that we could have. And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say, because I can't believe that here you've got a
Why are they bitching about TikTok? Yo,
what they're doing is
nobody.
150 million people are on TikTok. That means they can get your
nobody
contact,
like
they can get your financial
who does like a mass murder
emails,
like cites TikTok. You know,
worry
about like 8chan or something. I don't know. You know.
This is very important for our party, and I'm going to say
you've gone and you've helped China make medicines in China, not America. You're now wanting kids to go and get on the social media that's dangerous.
We need a wrong counter. I don't think we'd have enough space on screen for all the numbers. It would enter like 8 trillion immediately.
Let me say something. I think that this is very important.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you have
TikTok is dangerous. isn't a way to get kids to vote for you. Yeah, exactly. It's just instant way to shoot yourself in the knee.
If we're not sitting here hurling personal insults and actually have a legitimate debate
this guy,
policy,
this fucking guy. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up.
That is what actually
what the
makes our
fuck?
country strong, and I believe in these people. These are good people on the stage.
Yeah, the hand motions. He's really going for it. Yeah, pulling out every moment of like shitty little debate club media training he's had.
On this stage, sir, we will have to cut your mic, and I don't want to do that. I don't. So, Governor DeSantis, let me go to you. Experts say President Putin has ordered assassinations across Europe, cheated on arms control treaties with the U.S., and seeks to work with China to force our decline. President Reagan believed that if you want to prevent a war, you better be prepared to fight one.
Oh,
Today, the
he's
Republican
moving
Party
his
is at odds over
he's
aid
grinding
to
his
Ukraine.
teeth again.
The price tag so far is $76
It's,
billion.
he looks so freaky when he does
But
that.
is it in our best interest to degrade Russia's
You know,
military
he's either
for less
doing
than
that out of
5%
anxiety or because
of
he's
what
on
we
like
pay
fucking
annually
meth
on
or
defense,
something, or like he
especially
took
when
like
there are no
Adderall.
U.S. soldiers in the fight?
It's in our interest to end this war, and that's what I will do as president. We are not going to have a blank check.
Vivek's
We
trying to
will
be
not have
Twink
US
Trump so
troops.
bad, he
We're
is.
going to make the Europeans do what they need to do. But they've sent money to pay bureaucrats' pensions and salaries and funding small businesses halfway around the world. Meanwhile, our own country is being invaded. We don't even have control of our own territory. We have got to defend the American people before we even worry about all these other things. And I watch these guys in Washington, D.C.
I forgot.
And they don't care
How could I forget?
about the American people. They don't
I think
care
DeSantis
about
is
the
literally just a man baby like Homelander. Yeah, he's like if Homelander wasn't like
because of this border. They
at
don't
least
care
kind
about
of
the
like
Mexican drug cartels.
cool and
So
hot
as
looking,
Commander-in-Chief,
you know?
I will defend this country's sovereignty.
But it's not a territorial dispute.
But he has like the same like the eyes, like the glassy eyes, you know?
We send over to Ukraine is guaranteed as a loan.
The immigrants are Mexican task force.
90%
Task
of the money
force,
that we
yeah.
send over there is loan. Well, we can talk about this, but at the end
If
of the
Homelander
day,
was a weak middle-aged
90% of the
dude,
money
yeah.
that we send over there is actually in the form of a loan. It's not actually not be paid by Ukraine. It's paid by the NATO, our NATO allies.
So I think it's a good
Number
topic.
two, I think it's a really good topic too. But I will say let's debate the fact that our national vital interest
I forgot Tim Scott was here. I wish he
degrading
wasn't.
the Russian military. By degrading the Russian military, we actually keep our homeland safer, we keep our troops at home, and we all understand Article 5 of NATO.
We have to level with the American people.
I thought you said something about waiting until your turn to talk. So hold on. So at the
Oh, wow. Look, he pushed back. He pushed back.
I'll look forward to this one.
Nice.
So at the end of the day,
He's not very good at like talking over him though. He keeps on stumbling over his words.
troops at home, attack on NATO territory would bring us and our troops in. By degrading the Russian military, we reduce, if not eliminate, an attack on NATO territory.
Finish that exchange. We have to level with the American people. We have to level with the American people on this issue. The reality is just because Putin is not Putin's an evil dictator does not mean that Ukraine is good. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties.
Just let the evil dictator do whatever he wants
We're
then.
driving Russia.
Because fuck Ukraine.
Excuse me, Nick, you'll have a chance.
You like China. That's why you're
you'll have
You
a chance
like
in just
China.
a moment. The hurling personal insults isn't
I'm
helping.
so fond of silly
China's the
American
real enemy,
accents,
and we're
man. They're so
driving
cute.
Russia further into China's
I
arms.
like China.
We need a reasonable
You like
peace plan
China.
to end this, especially this is a country whose president just last week
Vivek,
was
if
hailing
you
a
let
Nazi in
Putin
his own
have
ranks.
Ukraine, that's a green light to China to take Taiwan.
We need a
Peace
reasonable
comes
plan
through
to
strength.
We need a reasonable plan to peace.
Oh.
China's the real enemy.
Governor Christie.
Mike Pence has pretty okay presence once he gets into it, I feel like.
Have brought
But
China,
it like takes a moment.
Russia and Iran closer together. Are we focused too much on Ukraine and not enough on this threat from the New World Order?
No, they're all connected, Stuart. They're all connected.
Russia's always going to say, I wish
Chinese are paying
China
for the
what's
Russian
Vivek
war
on
in
about.
Ukraine.
I don't
The
know. I think
Iranians are
Vivek just
supplying
like
more
has like a
sophisticated
different alternate
weapons,
reality
and
he's
so
like
are the
talking
North
about.
Koreans now as well, with the
He
encouragement of the
doesn't mind the
Chinese.
fascist
The
oligarchy, but he
naivete on
hates the red
stage
fascist
from some of these
oligarchy.
folks
Yeah.
is extraordinary. Look, I understand people want to go and talk to Putin. Guess what? So did George W. Bush. So did Barack Obama. So did Donald Trump. And so did Joe Biden when he said a small invasion wouldn't be so bad. Every one of them has been wrong. And the fact of the matter is, we need to say right now that the Chinese-Russian alliance is something we have to fight against, and we are not going to solve it by going over and cuddling up to Vladimir Putin. Look, Donald Trump said Vladimir Putin was brilliant and a great leader. This is the person who is murdering people in his own country, and now not having enough blood, he's now going to Ukraine to murder innocent civilians and kidnap 20,000 children. And let me tell you, if you think that's where it's
He
going to
shouldn't
stop,
have led in with a Trump endorsement. He should have said that at the end.
next will be Poland. This is a guy who said, wait one sec, this is a guy in 1991 who said that was the darkest moment in world history when the Soviet Union fell. Listen, everybody, he wants to put the old band back together, and only America can stop it. And when I'm president, we will.
will.
Governor Burgum, I want to get to Governor Burgum. He hasn't had a chance. I have a question I think you're going to really like.
That's a good
Or at
hitting
least
point,
you
honestly.
have experience in it. And we need to talk about America's farmers because there is a foreign policy connection here. The U.S. and China are in this fierce economic competition. It's hurting American businesses, and there is blowback against American farmers because China then targets them in retaliation. How would you, as president, protect American farmers and ranchers from that kind of retaliation from a foreign government like China?
Well, first of all, we've got the best farmers and ranchers in the world right here in America. If they have a level playing field, they can outcompete anyone in the world. But this is part of the larger issue that we're talking about here, which is we're in a Cold War with China. The Biden administration won't admit that. But we're also in an economic war through what we're doing with agriculture and energy. And we're also in a war with them relative to cyber war. We get attacked every day in North Dakota, every state, every school district, our tribes, all being attacked every day by either China, Russia, Iran, or North Korea. And now we've got a Biden administration whose whole policy is appeasement. They're out there, creating the world, making it less safe. $6 billion they traded for 5 people. They've just now set a price on anyone's head who's a tourist from America, who's a student from America, for kidnapping. If you want more kidnapping, put a price on it. And then they're also helping Iran get to have more closer to nuclear weapon, which pushes all of the Middle East closer to China and Russia. The whole thing is absurd.
Biden's policy is appeasement. I don't even know.
And then we're going to give Taiwan to China and think that's a foreign policy. That will make our nation less successful, make us more poor. And at the core of all that is energy policy, because China imports 10 million barrels of oil a day. They're the largest importer in the world, and we've had 4 cabinet members.
This guy's so fucking boring. I'm watching the viewership number, and it's just going down
to each of those countries
as he talks.
Kerry to talk about the folly of the climate policy, which is making the world less stable. It's empowering dictators. It's not about climate change that we need worried about. It's
so
about
sad.
the Biden climate policies.
It was
that are
like
actually an
300 more
existential
before.
threat to America's future.
Thank you.
Can I speak about
Governor Haley.
Biden's been aggressive on China. I don't get it. Yeah.
Who supports sending US
I think they
military
just
into the
have to
country
literally make shit up in order to like
World
justify their own
scoundrels.
existence. You know?
Mexico is the United States' most important trade partner and border security. You say you will send special operations to attack the cartels in Mexico. So, this means boots on the ground, drone strikes.
It means special operations. It's how we deal with our terrorists. And what you need
If
to
this
do
guy
is
won the primary, not a
understand
single
that
person would
Mexico's
vote
not being a good
Republican.
partner if we lost
I
75,000
wish.
Americans
Yeah.
last year. Mexico's
He has-
not being a good partner.
most of these people
if
just
they're
have
letting the
no,
cartels get away with what they're
they
getting
just don't
away
have the
with.
right presence,
What we will do
you
is
know?
we will make sure that we send in our
They don't
special
have what
operations,
conservatives are
and we
clearly
will
looking for
take
at the
out
moment.
the cartels, we'll take out their operations, we'll take out anything that's doing it. But we're going to go after China because China is the one sending the fentanyl in the first place. And we will end
What,
all
China?
global
Wait,
trade
is it
relations
China or
until
is it
China
Mexico?
stops sending
Holy
fentanyl.
shit.
And then we'll do the special operations and we'll get it from both sides.
Fentanyl's
This
coming
is where
from
President Trump
everywhere.
went wrong.
Everyone
He
is making
focused on trade with
fentanyl.
China. He didn't focus on the fact that they were buying up our farmland. He
You
didn't
love to say
focus
it
on the
is
fact
nearly
that they were
4 a.m. You're
killing
gonna leave.
Americans.
That's
He didn't
okay.
focus on the fact that they were stealing
I might
$600
ditch this
billion in
stream. I'm very
intellectual property.
tired.
He didn't
We'll
focus
see.
on the fact
We'll
that they
see.
put a spy base off our shores
Thank you
in
for
Cuba.
coming
They didn't
out,
focus
though.
enough on the fact that all
You,
of our law
take care of
enforcement
yourself. Sleep
drones in
well.
America are Chinese, and we've got all these little surveillance
It's every country
cells.
besides us.
We
Can't be our
need
fault.
to start
Exactly.
focusing on what keeps
America's
Americans
never
safe.
done anything
that
wrong.
hasn't happened in a long time. As your president, I will make sure every American is safe, and we'll do whatever it takes to make that happen.
All right. I want to get to Senator Scott. You're all auditioning for the job as President of the United States. You want to earn these votes. But the world's problems land in the Oval Office. During the presidential debates in the year 2000, neither Al Gore nor George W. Bush was asked about al-Qaeda. Yet, just 1 year later, al-Qaeda's attack on September 11th claimed nearly 3,000 lives.
Yeah, to be honest, the debate is really
And the
boring because they're
farther
all
we
low
get from
energy and
September
idiotic.
11th,
Yeah.
the closer we are to September 10th. Senator Scott,
Ah.
you have no executive branch experience.
I don't know. I was hoping it would be somehow more interesting.
Man-made
I
national
don't know.
security crisis.
I don't know. Because they're just not really saying anything, are they?
In the United States Senate, like the Senate Armed
Or
Services
like they're just kind of
on the
just
Senate
rattling
Relations
off
Committee,
their like
also
usual
the
voice
Finance Committee
lines.
and the Banking Committee. Talk about addressing
I
the
think.
issue of fentanyl. I've
Oh,
written the
that's not
legislation
right.
passed
I
it
don't
through
want
the
that.
Banking Committee and the Senate that would freeze the
Excuse me,
assets
sir.
and sanction the accounts of the Mexican cartels. There are weapons that we have have within the arsenal, I was able to get past 23-0 in the polarizing Senate as it is. I've also understood without question the fact that if you look at the details before
I don't know.
there was information that
I don't know if I wanna keep on doing this. I do think there is a Trump thingy going on. I wanna see what that was. I don't know if it was just a speech or something, but I wanna see if he like shat on the debate at all, because I think that'll be funny. And it might even be more entertaining than the debate. I'm not sure. It's just so sad.
Question about executive experience. I think it's
None of these people have the
and I stand before you today as a candidate for president.
none of these people have just they don't have that energy. They don't have the interest.
Tonight, you hear the
they don't have any moxie.
fire in all of our voices, and it's because Joe Biden has weakened this country at home and abroad. This is a time for those of us that have the experience, the tested experience, and a commitment to the conservative agenda that Ronald Reagan brought forward in this party of a strong national defense, standing with our allies, standing up to our enemies, supporting limited government and traditional values, need to step forward.
Understood.
Because frankly, our
Fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? I think we're gonna ditch this. I am bored. This has like, wow, apparently we're at 1 viewer, which I don't think is correct. Because I see more than 1 person in chat. I think it might be 2 viewers, actually. Okay, so we're actually doing very, very well. But yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I probably shouldn't have stayed up. You're the 1 person. See, the 2 people. 2 whole people. This is, this is the most popular YouTube stream. You're the same person? No! That sucks. Okay, maybe only just 1 person then. That's okay. But yeah, holy shit, it's so late. I probably shouldn't have done this. I probably should have just slept. That would have been smarter. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, tomorrow I have to get up and research all day. Make sure I know everything for my debate in the evening. That's gonna be fun. Good night. That's okay. Good night. Take care. I mean, I'm gonna be ending stream for like 10 minutes. You know, my little final ramble where I skedaddle. What debate? My debate against short fat otaku, against that one angry Gamergate-esque streamer. It is the otaku debate. That's right. So that's tomorrow at midnight, my time. So that'll be fun. I think I'm pretty confident I can win that. I mean, I'm like correct, which is usually the main thing you need. But yeah. What's it about? It's gonna be about free speech and how free the speech should be. And I believe that certain forms of speech, like trying to engage in sarcastic terrorism, is speech that shouldn't be permitted. And probably speech that you should try and stop. You know? Because genocide is bad and stuff. And murder is bad. So you should try and you know, stop speech that's probably gonna do that. I'll lay it out better in my debate. I'm tired. But yeah. All I know about him is that one thread of all his books. I heard about that. I don't know what that was though. What was it? I know there's Mein Kampf, and that's all I'm aware of. But what else was there? But yeah, he wants to debate me on that, and then apparently also maybe socialism. So that'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I think I should pull off. All right. I'm fairly confident. I know all my stuff. I've been researching for the last couple days. I've just been reading through shit. Not even last couple days, like last like 4 days, I think. Just been reading. Mein Kampf was the one book with a worn spine. That's fun. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I would probably read Mein Kampf like once. Just to know. Because I like, I don't know, I like studying these terrible, evil people. But it seems suspicious when someone who's like conservative adjacent does it. He had like all the Ayn Rand books. Jesus. Gross. Yikes, what a piece of shit. Okay, I mean, if he believes in that kind of thing, then it's like gonna be very easy to win, right? Because all of that is always based in like kind of like idealism, but it's like you imagine like the world's actually exactly how you think it is when it isn't at all. It's like idealism, but for like the shittiest world ever. I was, oh my god. I thought about starting to stream in 2020, but the toxicity and the me having to get better at rhetoric stopped me, although that may change one day, I hope. Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you. Look, it won't get better by not doing it, you know? If you wanna fucking go for it, fucking go for it. I mean, or just do things where you know that you're gonna be like forced to talk and like fucking, you know, present something and explain it and, you know, be convincing and fucking charismatic and everything you need and stuff like that, you know? Like I used to spend fucking so much time on Discord servers just talking to people, arguing with them, you know, doing it in like a VC with like a few people so I could hear people giggle if I did like something funny or something, you know? And that like kind of taught me how to do it in part, apart from all my experience arguing with people in person in real life. Yeah. You have bad internet? Oh no. Yeah, no, we know all about shitty internet. Like my internet works, but it's not reliable. It's lots of my streams have sequels due to that. Very sad. Very sad. If you ever watch me and I suddenly disappear, I'm always like back 6 minutes after. It just means I had to restart the stream because my internet went out. Very fucked up. The other day it was wild. Yeah, it was fucking really annoying. It was so depressing. Just the worst. Yeah, I mean, I'm moving into university dorms in January, and that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how the Wi-Fi is gonna be there. I'm praying it'll be better. I really am. I really am. If it's not, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be quieter as well. That'll be fucked up. I won't be able to scream. I'm going back to England. So I live in Germany right now, but I'm moving back to England. Do I live in a base with bad internet availability? No, it should be available here. I don't know. It's just shitty for some reason at the moment. I keep on meaning to call my Wi-Fi provider, but like, I have so much shit going on at the moment that I like don't get around to it. I don't know. I'm an easily overwhelmed person, and I'm very constantly overwhelmed. So it's not fun. But yeah, going back to England, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do a little 2-year degree. You know, get that done. Then I'll be smarter. I'll be fucking more able to shit on people in debates. And then we even do bigger streams, etc, etc, etc. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have to stream less when I'm at uni, obviously. I'm probably gonna do it like 2 or 1 times a week, but it'll be fun. What's the degree for? It's a PPE degree, so it's philosophy, politics, and economics. So that's pretty cool. Pretty much everything you need to make good political arguments, so yeah. But that's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I want to do that, and then once I've done that, I want to fucking go into working in like journalism or some shit. I mean, if streaming doesn't work out, well, maybe I'll just do all of this. Good thing is you're popular on Twitter, so you already have an audience. Yeah, fucking having social media clout is incredibly fucking useful. Like I used to stream on a little Twitch channel, and nobody knew about me, and so I had like no views and I never got anywhere. But now, not today perhaps, on other days, I have like generally solid viewership, and I have like people hanging out there, and it's nice and stuff. Yeah, I'm in a very fortunate position. It's nice. Yeah, I'm looking over at this. He's still going. I don't even want to know what he has to say, really. I kind of like just looking at him and seeing his silly little facial expressions. His eyes don't change. Oh wait, oh now they're changing. Oh, he's getting angry. Wow. I don't know, it's more entertaining like this. I like it with the music over it. It feels like a weird art film. It's like one of those silent movies where they're just being kind of silly. Yeah, it's called chill and chat, except for when everyone was arguing the other day for some reason. It was why there were like 4 arguments in chat at once. I know, it was so annoying. I want people to just like relax. I don't know. People were grumpy. One of the chatters was like drunk and then being annoying, and then I had to like, I had to mute her, or I had to mute them. And then another chatter got butthurt about something, about me not noticing them, a message they sent. Yeah, it was a whole thing. DeSantis doesn't have a soul. I strongly doubt it. And if there was a soul, he's like, he like sold it for like $15 or something when he was a child. I don't know. Yeah, see? Look at that. I don't trust that face for a second. Look at this evil ass man. You know that he was like a torture guy? He literally did like torture. Like he was in Gitmo and he oversaw torture, and he was like, and he basically was like, oh yeah, this is legal. Cause he has like a law degree. And yeah, he was in Iraq, and he would basically be like, okay, you can do that, that's not a war crime. So he was like a lawyer for people doing murder, and then he was in Gitmo, where he was like a lawyer for people doing torture. So he is literally evil, right? He's so uncharismatic and unlikable. Yeah, it's fucking it's sad. I really enjoy politics for like the cool characters, you know? Like that's one of my favorite parts about it is like all these different interesting figures who are trying to approach it in a different way with these different interesting strategies, and I find that really fascinating. But it's all so old at the moment, you know? They've done it so many times. He was a lawyer in the Navy and would monitor torture and pretend to advocate for prisoners. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, dude. Like genuinely, like one of the probably evil people, you know? Alright, folks. I should probably end it here. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate your presence, even if this was a bit of a terrible stream. Thank you for coming. We'll be back tomorrow evening. Fucking short fat otaku debate. I'm gonna shit on that guy. It's gonna be fun. Oopsie daisy, wrong screen. But yeah, take care everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. See ya. Cheers.